Welcome back. We're here with Kelly Olson about how to put yourselves in a timeout, which I'm about to put Andrea in a timeout here in just a moment. So,
No, unneeded.
so let's kind of walk through a hypothetical here, an intervention. I'm at home. Isabel and I are having a disagreement about something, and what happens from there?
Okay, so what we were talking about on the break is an intervention, and so what I'd like you to take you to a step before that is to think about, we all have different emotions, and as a parent we need to acknowledge where we feel those emotions first, because we're in the heat of the moment when you're talking to Isabella and she is impacting you in a way. You need to think about what's happening with you. Okay, so you might be sad by what's happening, you might be angry about what's happening, you might be anxious or nervous about what's happening, and we feel those feelings in different spots of our body. And so like when we're really sad, we might feel it in our throat or in our chest, or when we're really scared. Like for instance, we have different triggers. Yeah. So some parents might have a trigger that if one sibling is hurting another sibling, that's a major trigger, and it's something that just ignites a parent real fast because that's their trigger. And so acknowledging, doing a little exercise before you're in the heat of the moment with Isabella, doing an exercise, thinking about something that's really, thinking about a moment when somebody's causing hurt, and feeling it in your body. And then, so then when you're in the moment, when Isabella's doing that to you, you can actually feel it in your chest or feel it in your throat, recognize that you're feeling an emotion. Because what's happening is you're recognizing, you're taking that second to center yourself and figure out what's going on with you. What's your reaction? What's going on? And that's giving you a second to react. You're connecting with yourself before you're reacting. Sometimes what happens is we react too quick without thinking, okay, I'm really angry right now. This is because she's being very disrespectful to me. I will not tolerate disrespect. When I was a kid, disrespect was dealt with in this manner. And depending on how your parents treated you with disrespect does impact us and does impact our feelings within our body as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if they ignored you because you're being disrespectful, you might feel those feelings in your body, and you might react to her disrespect based on the fact that you were ignored.
Yeah.
And so it's important to kind of do a little exercise, go through the different emotions. Think of a sad story. Think of a really angry story. Think of a time that you become really anxious about something or scared. And then, like if Isabella's climbing up on the furniture and she falls down, and your immediate response is to like, what were you doing? That was a very scary moment for you, and just to calm down and think about, wow, I was really scared. And you can even say that to your kids. Daddy was so scared. That really makes me nervous when you're climbing up there. And I'm afraid you're going to fall and get hurt, and that would make me so sad, and that would make you sad. And just talking about those feelings. But then, if we're in a circumstance where you get really hot, and it'll happen. I promise it will. And just, and not reacting, because I think that when we react, when we're really angry, we don't know the force that we're using. Even if we're guiding a child into the car, get in the car, it's time for school, you're late, whatever it might be. If we're really rushed, really anxious, and very angry about them dawdling, putting their shoes on or whatever, our force may be more than what we are anticipating or what we're acknowledging.
And they can feel that too. Even
Absolutely.
the slightest raise of your voice, they, this really sensitive kids are like, oh, why are you yelling at me? And you don't feel like you're yelling at them.
No, I'm not yelling. Yes, you are.
Yeah, and then that starts the whole.
Right.
Okay. So think of all these things ahead of time. Like do it when you have a moment.
Yes, do
so
it
that you
have a moment.
recognize
Yes.
it when they occur.
There are different interventions you can go through, to identify your triggers. There's different, there's a book by Becky Bailey, Managing Your Mayhem as a Parent, taking a look at your emotions and how you regulate your emotions, and actually how we can help kids regulate emotions, because in the beginning when they're very young, our regulating our emotions actually helps them regulate their emotions. When they're really sad and upset, we say, wow, you're really sad and upset, and they're throwing a tantrum, and we could be very reactive to that, or we could match them and say, wow, you're really upset. Your face is really sad. That makes me sad. And helping them recognize their emotions actually helps them develop how to handle their emotions.
This is all such good advice. Thank you. We could go on and on, couldn't we? Thank you, Kelly Olson. We appreciate that. Village Family Service Center in Moorhead. Give her a call.
Also, I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow, we're getting up for another Football Friday with the Bison in Illinois this weekend. We're going to give you, what, a healthy snack for tailgating?
You can handle it, yes. And remember, you can find all these parenting tips online at ndtoday.tv or visit our Facebook page and leave us a message. We'll be right back.